You would of course say that royals and politics simply don't mix, and that actually is a very clever statement, because when you've seen it before about how royalty have meddled, some might suggest, within politics, it's never really come out particularly well. But then of course the bigger problem that you have if you are a senior member of the British monarchy, is making sure you have to be very careful who you align yourself with, particularly with your charitable events, your charitable endeavours, because at any given moment that celebrity can fall foul, if you know what I mean. We saw earlier this year, did we not, that the disgraced television presenter Philip Schofield had to remove himself from the Prince's Trust. Must have been very hurtful, but then again, he did get exposed, as one can imagine. What's interesting now though is that a senior, shall we say, person in London at least, is looking on very precarious rocky ground with his association with none other than the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and here's why. Hi, good morning, how are you? Nice to see you today, and as ever, thank you for joining me. You're right. Yes, and listen, let's do not forget to welcome all of our wonderful new subscribers. If you see somebody new on the list, do give them a wave and do welcome them. Get them to like them, share, of course. We are a big chums community. I like everybody to feel welcome, you know what I mean? Well, we'll come round to your house if you want. Yes. Well, yeah, as many as we can squeeze in, Well, how many cups have you got? There's always an excuse with people, isn't there, when you... I love that, don't you? Somebody turns up, you think, shall I give them the posh mugs or just the mugs I normally use? Suddenly you're rinsing it out, aren't you? And you see, we're all the same in the end, aren't we? I know I say this, but truly we are. Some people who are not the same, though, are people that like the high life. And there's nobody bigger who likes the high life than this, of course, the current mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, being exposed for offering to, shall we say, plays on social media for free use of United Airlines on a trip to America. Absolute shambolic. Now, this is the same mayor, of course, that recently launched his own climate book. Now, that was a flop. Let me tell you, you think Endgame bombed. That book by the Mayor of London, what a colossal flop it's been. He clutches it wherever he goes and offers it to anybody who literally will take a copy, in the vain hope, of course, that, people will literally pick it up and leave it somewhere. Maybe somebody might read it one day. Who knows? But as you know, he's tried very hard to align himself with the British monarchy over climate issues, particularly His Royal Highness Prince William. So much so that he's even managed to land an audience with at Kensington Palace. Let me tell you, that could be about to freeze, and freeze down very quickly, because the situation is truly this. Prince William knows the public backlash against this particular mayor. Being exposed, quite frankly, asking for free flights, literally, if you're supposed to be green. And the real sort of issue about this particular trip to the United States, nobody truly knows. We're not quite sure exactly who invited him or what the real deal was. Everything with this mayor is shrouded in secrecy, and more importantly, at his own benefit. So whatever you see over the next few days, expect to see, shall we say, a step back from, of course, His Royal Highness Prince William, and as, of course, the Mayor of London enters into his last 5-6 months in office, he will be doing everything in his power to make sure he can cement that very prestigious, very much needed royal association for whatever career he decides to go down next. But this, begging for free seats on an airline in America when you're supposed to be green, is truly an almighty huge royal mistake. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.